Now, rumour has it that a certain international caravan vlogger cannot return to France until a certain jar is empty. This stuff here, I don't know if you've ever seen it. Piment de Espelette. Shocking pronunciation, no doubt. It's like a chili kind of powder, pepper, which is, that got me. It's it's quite strong. Well, it's reasonably strong. Now it's a kind of, the origin of this stuff is the Basque region of France, which is, if you know France well enough, it's the sort of southwest kind of region of where France meets Spain, basically. Kind of where we've been on holiday a few times. Now, I was alerted to this by, what's his name? Rick Stein. He phoned me up one day, he alerted me to it. He said, Graham, if you're going to France, get this stuff. Or I might have seen it from one of his programs. Anyway, so we went to France. I was looking for this and I couldn't find it anywhere where we were. We're in the Basque region of France. Couldn't find it anywhere. Nobody seemed to know what I was talking about. Maybe it's down to my pronunciation. However, just before we were going home, our last stop, as for the last few years, has been Bien-Assis campsite, which is about 15 minutes from Calais. And we went to do a bit of shopping, non-dairy, no meat. And I was looking up and down this, and I saw this bloody stuff, this actual here. Near Calais. I've been all the way around the region where it's made, couldn't find it. Supermarket in Calais, boom. So I got some. Now, I had some previously as well, and the joke we had was we can't go back to France until I've used the whole jar of it. But however, this time I got a bigger jar, which is, I don't know how big it is, double the size of the other one I got. €12. It's nice stuff. However, it's not empty, but we are still going back to France. Now, another legend has it that this piment, French soldiers used to be given this instead of money. It was so precious, much like back in the Roman days. They were given salt as payment, and that's where our word salary comes from. Well, this French soldiers got remuneration in this piment, or as we now know it, payment. Once a month, the French soldier would get piment or payment. If you believe that, you believe absolutely anything. This is quality caravan vlogging. This is quality caravan vlogging. All seriousness, we're off to France in a while. We're going for, I think, 5 weeks, possibly 6 weeks, not sure. We're going DFDS, and we're going from New Haven to Dieppe. Now, it's a route we haven't been to before. We've usually gone Dover-Calais, but the ferries are getting so expensive, and the tunnel itself is expensive anyway. It always has been. What sort of English was that? Anyway, I'll soldier on without editing, just plough through it. So Dieppe, to the Dieppe New Haven Dieppe crossing is about half the price of the ferry from Dover-Calais. And it takes you further down France. And it takes you further down in France. Longer crossing, about 4 hours. And we've got a cabin. Not that we're going overnight. We go, I think, 4:30 in the afternoon and arrive 9:30 at night. I think that's what the timings work out. However, the cabin was so cheap, about 30 quid or something. We thought we might as well have one, just somewhere to kind of sit for a few hours, especially if we're feeling a bit ropey with the old, not that we've ever been affected by that, but you just never know, do you? So before we go to France, we've got a week in Norfolk, Searle's holiday camp in Hunstanton. A bit unusual for us. Ever since the kids have grown up, we haven't been to this kind of holiday. But we're going to spend a week with Mandy's sisters. They're both going with their other halves, and we're just going to have a week on a holiday camp, drinking, no doubt. I haven't said that Mandy doesn't drink, but I do. But got to be my best behaviour as it comes towards the end of the week, because that's when we've got the ferry crossing. So I don't want to be any sort of, well, I'm driving, so I don't want to be under the influence, obviously, but I don't want to be having a hangover when I'm going on the old ferry. Then after France, we've kind of booked the return crossing, but I think we might change it because a few, 3 or 4 days and maybe 5 days after we come back, we're going to Brighton, our annual pilgrimage to see Level 42 in concert at the Brighton Dome. Now, because of the timing where that is, it would mean we'd maybe come home and then basically have to go back again 2 or 3 days later. So I think what we're going to do is extend the ferry on the way back and spend 3 or 4 more days in France, spend a few days at Brighton, watch Level 42, and then come home. Nice, so you can do it when you're retired. We've booked some sites. I want to book a few more sites than we currently have because although we're kind of going off season, September, October time, I don't really want to get into this situation. And I know some people do it, but the last time we did it, we had real problems getting sites booked. Now, you could say, it depends how you look at it. You could say, oh, we had real problems, or you could say, no problem, I just tried 10 or 11 sites and I found one that was really nice. Now for us, I don't want to spend a day, which was about a day and a half, looking at sites, because you've got to leave that site the next day. This is horrible for us, for me especially. It's a horrible way to spend a holiday. Half of it you're vlogging, the other half you're travelling, and the other half, oh no, you can't have 3 halves. Some of it you're travelling, some of it you're looking for sites, and the other bit you're completely forgotten what I was going to say. Anyway, so that I don't want to get into that situation. We might have a few gaps in the trip because at the moment we're not entirely sure where we're going. We know we're going to centre some of it around Loire Valley, which is kind of where we went last time. Looking at some more chateaus, which we like doing. But then, depending on the weather, we would like to go, I think we're stopping at Honfleur on the way down as well. Quite a few motorhomes have been there, right? See, seems to be the place to go, right? For motorhomes anyway. But we're going to see what that's all about. Then down to Loire Valley. Then, depending on what the forecast is like, we might go further south. Right, might even go down to the Med coast. Not sure yet. I personally would like to go back to Carcassonne. If you've ever been there, what a place that is. Yeah, I'd really like to go there again. So you're kind of in a bit of a quandary whether to go back to places you know and love or try new places. I suppose in some respects you should do a bit of both. Now we do have a couple of things that we want to do before we go on holiday, and one of them is, for me, and anyway, personally, to cut my hair. Or get my hair cut rather, I don't cut it myself. So I've been trying to figure out ways to cover the holiday. Like we've got a bit more time to go abroad now, so I'm going to take a bit more time over the videoing. Now, don't really know how best to share it. I thought I'd start doing some TikTok, just short videos, but then I could put videos on Instagram or Facebook. I obviously do little bits for Talk Wrench community. If you're not a member, please go and have a look, talkwrench.com. Oh, while I think of it, actually, I've spoken to the Talk Wrench members whether they mind me doing like a Hall of Fame, which I'll put at the end of each vlog. So if you want to join Talk Wrench community, your name will be added to the Talk Wrench Hall of Fame. It'll look something like this as it's flowing past now. I'll put it at the end of the vlog as well, just as a little thank you for people that have joined. And we've had quite a few join recently, and maybe to encourage people to have a look. There is a 1-month free trial going on. Right, so I'd like to carry on from something that I started in the last vlog, giving shout outs to channels. Now, not all caravan channels, some motorhome ones as well, including this one, next one I'm about to mention. NB Trowvan, I think they're called. A bit of a weird name. I'll put the name of the channel here, and they're really good. Me and Mandy like to watch them. Again, very funny channel. Go all over Europe in their motorhome. And also now these two, I wish they'd do more vlogs. So they don't do very many, but what they do is very funny. That's Camp Caravanners, Roger and Paolo. They're on a seasonal pitch, but they do do other vlogs as well. Now, like I say, they don't do very many vlogs. They do quite a few little shorts that are really funny. Just show different sides of caravanning, which is I really like. And like myself, sort of, I don't mean to be rude, but unpolished and unrehearsed. And they are who they are, which I think is great. It's refreshing, actually. So again, if you go over to watch Camp Caravanners, let them know I sent you. I'd be very grateful. Thank you. Yeah. So where best to do the most of my coverage. Now, the thing is, when you're on holiday, you sometimes don't really want to be videoing, you will video, but you don't really necessarily want to edit. I've done it before when, you spend half your holiday filming it. Don't go through these 3 halves again. But, I don't know what to do yet. I will definitely be doing long form videos for YouTube, but I might do those when I get back, when I've got a bit more time to edit them properly. So I think I'll do, there's always exclusive footage on TalkWrench. So, day to day, I'll probably put vlogs up or short videos up on TalkWrench, and possibly something different on TikTok. I don't know yet. I've not really used TikTok at all. It seems to be a younger person's thing for me, but there are quite a lot of caravanners on TikTok. Right, so if you don't already subscribe, make sure you do hit a notification bell. So I will vlog when we're at Hunstanton, and I'll vlog when we're in Brighton, and obviously I'll do the main vlog where we are, what we're doing in France. Well, that'll be very exciting. We're looking forward to that. Not long to go now. We're just getting ready, putting things in the caravan and stuff like that. That's it. Thanks very much for watching. See you in the next one.